Mastering the phrase, surrender the fort. Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating English phrase that's packed with history and meaning: surrender the fort. This phrase is not just a literal call to action in times of siege, it's also rich in metaphorical uses that we encounter in everyday English. Whether you're a language learner or just looking to expand your English vocabulary, understanding the depths of this phrase will surely add an interesting layer to your language skills. So, let's embark on this linguistic journey together. Surrender the fort traditionally means to give up control of a fortification or a defensive position to an enemy. In historical contexts, forts were vital for military defense, and surrendering one often signified a significant loss or defeat. This phrase could be heard during wars and battles when one side recognized they could no longer hold their position against the opposing force and decided to capitulate to avoid further casualties or destruction. In modern English, surrender the fort is frequently used in a metaphorical sense. It means to admit defeat or give up in a struggle or competition, not just in military terms but in personal, academic, or professional challenges. For instance, someone might use this phrase when talking about giving up on a difficult task or conceding in a debate. It beautifully captures the moment of letting go, acknowledging one's limitations, or recognizing the value in ceasing resistance for a greater good or to regroup and focus on future endeavors. Let's see how to use surrender the fort in sentences to better grasp its application. Despite their best efforts, the team had to surrender the fort and accept that the project deadline was impossible to meet. In the face of overwhelming evidence, he finally surrendered the fort and admitted his mistake. Sometimes, knowing when to surrender the fort is just as important as fighting to the last breath. Understanding surrender the fort also involves appreciating its historical background. This phrase takes us back to times when battles were fought over forts and castles, which were symbols of power and control. Discussing this phrase gives us an opportunity to reflect on how the language evolves, incorporating elements of our past into the way we communicate feelings, actions, and decisions in the present day. I hope this exploration of surrender the fort has been as fascinating for you as it was for me. This phrase is a perfect example of how language is not just a tool for communication but also a bridge connecting us with the past and enriching our expression with depth and history. Remember, understanding such phrases enhances your English fluency and makes you a more proficient and expressive speaker. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next linguistic adventure.